This VH1 Gung Ho video was brought to you by the General Automobile Insurance Services.
Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, March 30th, and today on the show, Broadway star Judith Light finally answers the question, who's the boss? Plus, director Lee Hirsch talks about his controversial documentary, Bully, and chef Michael Silakis whips up some delicious snake. Yeah, I said snake. It's all coming up now on Big Morning Buzz Live. I'm your host, Carrie Keagan, coming to you live from the 20th floor lobby of VH1 headquarters with Big Morning Buzz correspondent Jason Dundas. Janelle Snowden of VH1 News. And our very special guest comedian, Nikki Glazer. Are you guys so psyched it's Friday?
Oh my God. Love Friday.
Okay, good.
Should we have a look at some entertainment headlines?
Yes.
I guess.
Let's do that. This is the 543-2 Buzz. And in at number 5 this morning, you diehard fans will already know this, but for the rest of you out there, Wednesday night, Will Ferrell made a surprise appearance as Ronald Joseph Aaron Burgundy on Conan O'Brien and announced officially that there will be a sequel to Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. I'm so excited about this. Let's have a look.
Actually, I have an announcement. I want to announce this to everyone here in the Americas. Paramount Pictures and myself, Ronald Joseph Aaron Burgundy, have come to terms on a sequel to Anchorman.
Some baby making music with the flute.
Hey!
So the co-stars Paul Rudd and Steve Carell are expected to make a return, but so...
Jason?
I want to be on you.
I want to be on you. I have many leather-bound books.
In case you don't know, I'm kind of a big deal.
Oh, it's all going on, isn't it? So how's it going to work with Brick, though? So Steve Carell played Brick, right, in the first one. His role was tiny. Now he's a huge star,
That
almost
is
bigger
not
than
true.
Will Ferrell
He
right
was
now.
part of the action team, and he will always be an equal member of the action team.
So is there going to be?
There's no
Is he going to
equal
have a much bigger
with Ron
role?
Burgundy. He is king. Remember? There's
yes,
no
he
equal.
is. Okay, everyone
Yeah.
but Ron.
And Nick, do you think this will be? On par with the first one?
Oh, if it's not on par, it doesn't matter. It's anything Will Ferrell does is hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, he wins across the board with it, and especially bringing on Steve Carell, who is definitely going to have a bigger role this time. It's going to be great, and even if it sucks.
I think they need to hire me as the new anchor.
Oh!
Yes, do it.
I will do McGee all day long.
We can do like a Twitter drive to get you on there.
Yes.
Let's move on and have a look at number 4 this morning. Boy band 98 Degrees is reportedly getting back together. So the news broke when the band updated their website for the first time in 10 years. Rumorflix.com now says that the 90s heartthrobs, including Nick Lachey, will go on a 15-city tour this summer. So you've got The Wanted. They're in the top 3 at the moment of Spotify with their tune. You've got One Direction, which are massive at the moment. Simon Cowell said the other day about the new X Factor that he's looking to find the next NSYNC. Are these guys getting back together just to follow in all of this and make a bit of cash, or is it about the music?
Definitely about the cash. Definitely. Hands down.
Tell it like it is, Janelle.
Come on. What are they doing? Name one 98 Degrees guy besides Nick Lachey. One.
The guy in the Chippendales.
Right.
His
One of them
brother.
is now dancing
I
as
want
a
to know why
Chippendales
Jason knows
dancer.
that.
He tried out. They were competition.
Yeah, I know, right. No, I'm in Thunder from Down Under.
Actually, and they didn't update their they updated their website like 6 years ago, but no one noticed until yesterday. So some guy who was just a fan of the temperature 98 degrees found it. He logged on and was like, "What's this?" So it was just a.
And they made a fan. They made a Facebook site, which
Yeah.
has 735 likes.
That's just the tour crew.
We should all
and their
like
families,
it.
yeah.
Go and like the 98 Degrees site.
I think
Yeah,
they should
like
put all the boy
700.
bands together into a giant, like, Voltron band
Mega boy
machine.
band.
Yes. It would be amazing.
That could be cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on. Number 3, James Franco was photographed on the set of the film Spring Breakers in character for his new role as Riff Raff. From the the MTV show back from 2009, the reality show called From G's to Jets. He looks like K-Fed,
He totally does.
doesn't he?
But
got
K-Fed when he
boobs.
didn't
He's got
look
man
good.
boobs.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to know who Riff Raff is?
Thank you. Exactly.
We do, because I just told you.
Okay, yeah.
even know
but-
who
I had to search it, and I watched
Yeah.
his YouTube videos before. They're outrageous.
Outrageously bad.
So now you're a fan?
Well, yeah, well, you know, I quite like James Franco doing these types of movies. I loved him in Pineapple Express. I thought he was cool.
So you think this is his niche? You think he needs to stay away from the serious films and do
No.
more like stoner?
No, I'm just saying that I love how...
How is it that
People
an
would think-
Oscar-nominated actor is now like going to play
Well,
Riff Raff, the unknown
I
man?
think that every actor needs to, like, at some point in their career, play a mentally challenged person. This is his I Am Sam. So I think that this is Oscar gold.
This could be it.
Yeah,
Speaking of
this is
mentally
it.
challenged, I love that Riff Raff sent him an email of like things that he needs to know, like while playing him. Like
Yeah.
he's that
Yeah.
complex of a character.
This will be
very
like
important.
Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder.
Not
Right.
This would be
even.
that
It's like
moment.
Jack Sparrow when he got influenced by, what's his name?
Keith Richards.
Really, yes, thank you.
Except it made billions of dollars.
Well,
yeah.
we'll see. We don't know. We haven't seen it yet.
Selena Gomez and Vanessa Hudgens are also.
And the director is Harmony, the guy that did Kids, and it's going to be...
That's a cool film.
That film
Yeah.
was amazing, so this one has
Yeah.
potential.
All right, well, let's move on to number 2. Who saw American Idol last night? Hee Jun got voted off. I thought he was going to win from the start, but he went home last night. Other news from the show last night, Nicki Minaj brought the house down with her performance, but everyone's talking about her outfit and her apparent lip syncing on the show, which is all about live singing. So I watched it. She obviously didn't lip sync the verses, but then on the choruses, well, she kind of has to because it's a high energy song. And what are you going to do, though, when you come on the biggest singing show in the world?
She's not the first person to link
You
up
should
to
strip it
lip sync.
back and perform acoustic. That's my opinion.
But she's not a singer, that's the thing. And she doesn't have backup
Yeah.
singers. So it's like, if you go on a show like this and you've got a bunch of choreography, you're going to lip sync. I think people should understand that.
But
Right.
then she had that whole interaction with J-Lo that was funny.
Yeah, can we have a look at that? Let's roll that quick.
The album comes out next Tuesday, and you know, I was hoping maybe I could come back and be a guest judge.
A guest judge here?
Maybe.
I defer to the panel. Would we accept the guest judge?
Time, come on.
J-Lo, can you
Nikki.
scoot over a little bit? Let me get up in there.
I don't know if there's enough room for both of us up here.
I don't think so.
Somewhere Kim Kardashian is like, I want in on the joke.
Totally.
Well, let's move on to the story this morning with the most buzz. If Twilight wasn't enough, it looks like Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson might be starring in the next huge book-to-film franchise, 50 Shades of Grey. In a recent interview, Kristen Stewart called the books titillating. I think it makes sense because, 50 Shades started as Twilight fan fiction and then evolved into what it is today. I read the first chapter last night.
Congratulations.
And you're hooked.
I was up till 11:15, way past my bedtime.
Wow.
I'm going to read the whole thing tonight. I loved it, but you're deep into the book, aren't you?
I wouldn't use that word with that book.
But you're, past chapter 10?
I've
Would
gotten into it, yes.
Would you want to see Kristen Stewart and Rob Pattinson
Here's
play
my
this?
problem with this. In order to have K-Stew and
Yeah. Rob
Rob
P.
Pats
Yeah.
be in this film, it means that you have to make this a PG-13 film because that's their audience. This
Sure.
book is not in any way a PG-13 book, and it should be for adults because that's why it was written.
Okay.
Agreed.
This book is mommy porn.
Yeah, we need
it should
some
not
wham,
be
bam,
being
thank you,
dumbed
ma'am.
down so
Yeah.
that kids can watch it. It's not meant for kids. It's
Okay.
about sex. It's about S&M. It's about something that they shouldn't necessarily know about right now. So
Okay.
it makes me very angry that they're thinking about putting these two. Plus, I don't want to see them have sex anymore. We've seen it in Twilight. It was
It's
fun. It was
boring.
sweet. It was boring, and I'm done with
All right.
them.
Well, I'm going to read the whole book this weekend and give you my thoughts on Monday.
All right.
All right, and that's the buzz this morning, guys.
Thank you so much. All right. You guys better be sure to listen to Nikki's podcast. You had to be there.
With the BK Value Menu, $1 gets you a chicken crisp sandwich, or a BK Stacker, or French fries, or an apple pie. And to wash it down, try a small frozen Coke or an iced coffee. The Burger King Value Menu, full of delicious choices, starting at just $1.
Love that dress, but $135?
For that, at Burlington, I got the exact same dress for $50. Plus, this one, $25. And this one, $40, with money left for my piggy bank.
Burlington, brag about it.
Western Sky can put up to $5,000 in your checking account by tomorrow. Yes, the money's expensive, but it's a lot cheaper than a payday advance, and it's enough to really get you over the hump. So get off the payday treadmill and call 866-SKY-1224 now.
Congestion.
You can take medicine to treat what's in there, but why not just get it out? I'm Dr. Travis Stork for Arm & Hammer Simply Saline. This all-natural drug-free nasal mist flushes congestion out. The secret to feeling better is simple. Simply Saline.
Look! At Old Navy Funnovations Inc., the Hello dresses are in full bloom thanks to our B-Bots and Chief Floral Officer.
Let's put these petals to the metal. Hello, bold. Hello, adorable. Hello, Joe?
Whoa! Get woes and Hello dresses from $15, girls from 10. And pair them with a cardi for $8 this Saturday only. Old Navy, come fun, come all.
My name is Nicole, and I like to impress. Impress Press-On Manicure, the revolutionary new way to apply polish. Just peel off, press on, and pow. No drying, a killer shine. Impress Press-On Manicure.
Good morning, Tommy. Open your door.
Encourage your child to read, and there's no telling where it will take him.
Whoa!
Cheerios is helping you share a story with your child. 6 books, 1 free in each specially marked box of Cheerios.
Would you ever pick your style off a salon wall? Not in a million years. Inspired by all who challenge the same old thing comes Gain Icy Fresh Fizz and other scents that are, like you, anything but ordinary.
We're on the road with the General, talking to people about their auto insurance.
Now, Richie, you don't have auto insurance coverage right now. Why is that?
Well, I have too many tickets on my driving record, and all the quotes I get are just way too expensive.
Well, you need to get a fast online quote right now from the General. Rates are low, and you can get insured for as little as $39 a month. And you'll get instant proof of insurance. For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
Welcome back. My next guest is so excited to be here. She can't stand still. She's the star of stage and screen and is currently boozing it up on Broadway in the hit play Other Desert Cities. Please welcome Judith Light. So nice to have you.
Somebody says 3, 2, 1, and I'm
And you're
there.
just
That's
there.
exactly
You've been doing
right.
this a long time. You know what to do now.
Clearly, I don't. How are you, sweetie?
I'm fabulous.
Yeah,
You brought some great shoes, and you're already ready for me.
I am. My friend Adam Sirak, S-I-R-A-K, is this brand new shoe designer, and he is doing these most amazing things. I wore a pair of his on Monday night to a couple of events that I went to that were completely gorgeous, and then this is just the sort of regular little peep toe black
These are the
patent.
daytime shoes?
These are the daytime shoes. These are the shoes for you.
Your nails look amazing. Your toes are adorable.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So anyway, you can Google him, and he is fabulous. So anyway.
Okay, good. I will. I always look for new shoes. You know that.
Can I take my feet off this now?
If you want to,
Thanks so
sure.
much.
You don't need to be featured anymore. It's not comfortable, is it, to be in
Not
that
terribly,
position?
no.
I'll just use that as a little lean on. There we go. All right, so tell me about this boozy character that you play.
Actually, Silda Grauman is not boozing at the moment.
Right.
She is actually just come out of rehab. And happily to her sister Polly, who is played by Stockard Channing's chagrin, she has come to live with she and her husband. So,
And the two of you could not be more opposite and more fabulous together.
Thank you so much. Actually, I am having the time of my life. This play is extraordinary. It's written by a man named John Robin Bates, who is extremely prolific, and this is his first time on Broadway. The character is so deep and so rich, and I get to play every day with all of these incredible actors. And it's directed by a man named Joe Mantello, who is really an extraordinary director. So I came in, it had been at Lincoln Center, and I came in and took over the part for Broadway.
Well, lucky us.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yes, well, I feel that I'm extremely blessed to be able to do it.
So do you have are there any rituals that you go through to sort of, you know, it's Broadway. Everybody seems like they have a superstition or a thing that they have to do because once it's going on for a certain amount of time. Is there something that you do every day?
You know, it's interesting. I don't have superstitions. I actually do have rituals, though. And one of them is that no matter the weather, I always walk to the theater.
Really?
Yeah, because I want to go over the play. I need to let go of the day. Because at around 2 or 3 o'clock, I'm sort of getting my mind ready and set for the performance that night. You know, people come and they have paid a lot of money to see us. Sure. And it is, I feel, incumbent upon us to really make sure that we are in the place to give them the performance that they deserve to have. So around, you know, that time I start thinking about it, and then I start walking to the theater later in the day, and I go over the play in my mind as I'm going down the street. And then I get to the theater, and I'm greeted by my dresser, Charlie, who is incredibly wonderful and supportive. And so I get in the room, and I just start putting on the clothes, and then I'm still thinking about the play. And then some people will come into the dressing room and we'll chat, like Beth Marvel, who has taken over for Rachel Griffiths, is now in the play. And Beth will come in, and Justin Kirk, who was here, who has gone back to California, he would come into the dressing room, and so we would just sit there and we talk. We talk about our day, and then I don't come in, as you know, until about 25 minutes into the show. So I sit backstage and I listen to the play. And that's really my ritual. And one of the things that I always do is I ask sort of the universe. I say, give me the ability to say this the way they need to hear it.
Oh.
So that's...
You are so professional.
Honey, I've just been doing this a really long time.
And of course, now I'm picturing you walking down the street talking to yourself and sort of have that thing.
That's
now,
a little bit of a problem.
Yes.
Because some people have tweeted, they said, oh, we saw Judith Light walking down the street talking to herself.
Full-on argument. I don't know what she was doing.
But you know, that can happen in New York because, right. You know, people walk down the street and they talk to themselves all the time. Oh. So I'm not out of place in any way.
Absolutely. Now, you, aside from Broadway and aside from TV, you also are very much involved with the LGBT organizations. Tell me all about that.
Well, I got very involved with the LGBT community when I was doing a lot of work for AIDS, really at the height of the pandemic. And I was watching this community, which is an extraordinary community, and I was completely inspired by the way that they were operating. And I thought, I want to be part of that. I want to be part of whatever I can do to help that process, because so many of my friends, you know, were gay and they were dying, and we didn't know what to do. And then I was on a set one day, and I was doing a movie called The Ryan White Story, and it was the story about this young boy who was a hemophiliac who had contracted HIV. And I heard this interviewer say something to him about what his experience was with the people in his town, and he said, well, you know, people would sometimes spit at me and call me a fag. And I thought, wait a minute, what are we doing? I mean, thank God we have this movie Bully now.
Yes.
You know? I mean, so, and I know
and
you're
Lee is coming, the director is here today.
I cannot wait. And I just thought, this isn't okay. And I'm not doing anything, I'm not saying anything. So that really began my involvement, because I began to see that with AIDS, what was really in place in this country was a great deal of homophobia, as it unfortunately still is. And so I started to work with the community, and I started to say, wait a minute, this is about human rights.
Yep.
And so I got involved in an organization called the Point Foundation. And so this is an organization where we give scholarships to young people who are marginalized because of their sexuality. And so if their families or whoever it is that is paying for their higher education, once they've gotten into these really extraordinary schools, will no longer pay because they are gay, they come to us and we find ways to give them scholarships.
You are wonderful.
Thank you. You are wonderful too. I'm very happy to meet you.
I'm so happy that you came and could tell us all about this stuff. Thank you so much.
Oh, and we have a big gala on April the 16th for the Point Foundation, right here in New York City.
Excellent. Well, okay. All right. You guys can see Judith on Broadway in other desert cities. It's playing right now. But coming up, we're talking about movies we can't wait to see with Mr. Jack Rico. Don't move.
Any debit card, but with Green Dot, there's no overdraft fees or penalty fees of any kind ever.
We use our Green Dot card to shop online, pay bills.
Plus, get your tax refund faster than a check when you direct deposit it to your card. No credit check to get one. Simply find your Green Dot card at most major retailers or get yours online right now at greendot.com.
It's gonna get hot today. Grab an ice cold sun drop and show us how you drop it.
Drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. 'Cause I got it going on. citrus flavor. Sun-Drop.
Deliciously citrusy.
Drop it like it's hot.
So I stress out, then I break out. Then I stress out even more.
Neutrogena Acne Stress Control Cleanser with microclear technology helps stop emerging acne in just 1 day.
So breakouts are one less stress to worry about.
Acne Stress Control. Neutrogena.
Know what's even smarter than getting a smartphone? Selling your old phone at usell.com. All I did was go to usell.com, type in my phone, then answered a few simple questions like, is it working? Yes. Do you have accessories? Yes. And boom, bam, ha! I got tons of offers from tons of different companies. It's like having my own auctioneer fight for me online. $45, $50, $55, $59 sold. $59 cash for this. And newer phones, you can get up to $200. Cha-ching! Who doesn't need cash? I know I do. Don't let this nice vest fool you. Usell.com gets you the best price with their max cash guarantee. You find a better price elsewhere, they'll pay you the difference. The thing is, you want to do it now, because these things lose their value every day. Usell.com will get you cash for a whole lot more, like tablets, cameras, gaming devices, MP3 players, and a whole lot more. Usell.com, the smart way to turn your old cell phone into cash to help you pay for your new phone. Quick search, more choice, more cash. Usell.com.
We're pressed for time, so here it is. I'm looking for the one. Kids, house, the whole domestic thing, you know?
Why does your relationship status say never getting married?
That was the old me.
Because you updated it 15 minutes ago?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, that was before I met you.
Favorite pickup line, nothing mattered before I met you.
Oh, that's... Why did I?
Only AT&T's 4G network lets your iPhone download 3 times faster. AT&T.
Hey, it's me, Water. When I think about how lucky I am that I've had a pure water filter remove 99% of lead and microbial cysts, and then I think about the water that hasn't, I don't know. It doesn't seem fair.
Lysol knows a real clean isn't just something you see. It's something you smell. Lysol No Mess Automatic Toilet Bowl Cleaner not only cleans your toilet with every flush, but also freshens your entire bathroom. So even in between deep cleans, it's as fresh as any room in your home. Available in spring waterfall, citrus, and lavender field scents. For tips on a healthy home, visit Lysol.com/missionforhealth.
Welcome back. Now that everyone in the world has seen Hunger Games probably like another 3 times, we can finally talk about other movies coming out. So here to help me break it down is editor-in-chief of ShowbizCafe.com, Jack Rico! All right, so another movie that came out. Sam Worthington, Liam Neeson, and Ralph Fiennes are in a movie called Wrath of the Titans. I got to talk to them. You want to see it?
Absolutely.
Let's show. Okay, we have our tradition. You guys can use your favorite curse word in a sentence to promote Wrath of the Titans.
It's terribly, terribly good.
Where's your curse word?
I can't curse. I'm Irish.
Yeah,
Catholic.
God, you are so full of shit.
Oh, I will promote it. Wrath of the Titans is a damn good movie, even if this doesn't want to say so.
I have to play this resentment towards Zeus, which really, it's hard for me to play with Liam. We're close friends. So I'm glad in this movie that we get to be buddy bros.
There was a little bromance happening, that's right. Okay, we need to talk about this clash rash that I keep hearing about. Is there medicine that cures this?
Stunt Guy's got a lot
Sexual
more.
disease, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something you collected on Tenerife.
I take it you didn't get it then.
I wasn't in Tenerife.
What's the quickest way to make a Minotaur your bitch?
Rip off its horn and shove it up its butt.
That will work. Did you have sort of an OMFG moment while you were making this movie?
That long sequence where Zeus is strung up, they had got all these rocks, which were phony, but they were all taken from molds from real rock. And it looked really, really excellent.
Make sure you go see this movie and look at the rocks.
Get your rocks off.
I can't even tell you how he like turned 8 shades of red when he said that. It was like the dirtiest thing that ever come out of his mouth. He was so cute. Okay, so you saw it.
Yes, and here's what I thought. I think it's great popcorn fun. This is, to me,
a nice little transition into the summer flicks, you know, and the one thing, and it's so much better than Clash of the Titans, the remake one from last one where Sam was. It wasn't critically acclaimed like so many of his other films were, but this one really has a nice little sort of flow to it. I actually was really engaged in the storyline. There was less action, but much more substance behind it, and ultimately, this is what you go to the movies, just to escape into this sort of fantasy land, and I really liked it. Now, the only thing I didn't really like was the 3D. It was converted as opposed to being shot in 3D, so it has sort of, you know, an effect there.
I thought it was great because it was less of a story about Perseus and more of a story about the gods.
Yes.
And so you got a lot of Liam Neeson and Ralph Fiennes, and that, to me, that makes a great movie.
And you have
The
your
two of them
CGI and all those together, weaved into
and
one.
the
It makes a good
monsters were
experience.
great, too.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Now, do you think that this has a chance of dethroning the Hunger Games this
come
weekend?
on, no way!
I ask because they make me.
Look, every time you look at a big box office number, you just take half of it on the second week. So Hunger Games did about 152.5. Give it about 75 is what we're looking at, you know, half off. That's what I'm thinking.
You're going to make us do the box office bet right now?
Well, you know, I'll have my specific number, but, you know, I think that as soon as you have such a phenomenon of a film, it's going to continue for 2 to 3, 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
So what's your box office bet? What is it?
It's going to be Hunger Games with about 75 million.
75 mil.
How you like that?
I'm going to go for 80.
Ooh, always edging me one.
Just want to be on top.
Always edging
All
me
right,
one.
so there's other movies too, right? What's coming out? Mirror Mirror is coming out?
Mirror Mirror. So Julia Roberts is in this one. Unfortunately, it's a very infantile version. I mean, this is for more like for kids between the ages of 5 and 12 years old, and so an adult will really not get the experience that they want out of it, and the dialogue's a little stilted. Julia Roberts is the saving grace of this film. She is amazing in anything she does, but if you're looking for sort of a complete Snow White storytelling, we really have to wait for Snow White and the Huntsman. We got Chris Hemsworth, Thor, Charlize Theron that looks amazing. The visual effects are much better than Mirror Mirror, and this, to me, is the movie to watch. Mirror Mirror is more PG. The other one, Huntsman, is PG-13, so I'm expecting a little bit more darkness out of that one, which is what I think it should be.
I have to see both of them, because one of my favorite directors in the whole world, Tarsem Singh, he
did The Fall and Immortals 3D.
And Mirror Mirror.
And Mirror Mirror.
So even though that one's going to be maybe more the family-friendly one, I got to see both of them now.
Yes, I totally agree with you.
All right, what's the other one coming out? Oh, Goon. Goon is coming out.
Yes, it's a really great comedy. It's more or less, you know, Jay Baruchel and hockey, and those two guys together. You know, it's like the dynamic duo of comedy. I really like them, and I hope they kind of get together to do more films, just like this one. It's a surprise comedy here in 2012.
I was not expecting to like it as much as I did.
Absolutely.
It's raunchy, which is my forte.
What do you come to expect from these two guys?
Sean William Scott, yeah, for sure, definitely. Well, I really liked it. Now, you lucky people, in honor of Madonna Week that we're celebrating here at VH1, Truth or Dare finally comes out on Blu-ray April 3rd. And we just happen to have 10 copies to give away right now. So for a chance to win, follow us at VH1 on Twitter. Tweet us the buzzword DARE and add that little hashtag VH1Buzz. And as always, official rules apply. Jack, always nice to have you.
Always great to see you.
Thank you. If you want more, Jack, you can go to showbizcafe.com. Up next, we've been hearing about the film Bully. It's been in the news for the past couple of weeks. The film's director, Lee Hirsch, is here, so don't move.
This is exactly what we've been looking for. Reason for it.
These animals need somebody to rescue them.
You do something for the right reasons, nothing can stop you.
We Bought a Zoo, Tuesday.
Hi, that looks good. Yeah, it's the new Quaker cookie with chocolate chips, almonds, and of course whole grain oats. So, you just took a bite of my cookie. What?
New Quaker cookies, made with the whole grain goodness of Quaker oats.
Attention women taking Yaz, Yasmin, or Ocella. Reports show Yaz, Yasmin, and Ocella may increase a woman's risk of blood clots, heart attacks, and strokes. A 2011 FDA panel determined the warning label was inadequate. If you or a loved one suffered a blood clot, heart attack, stroke, or other serious injury while taking Yaz, Yasmin, or Ocella, call 1-800-BAD-DRUG for a free consultation. You may be entitled to compensation for your injuries. Call 1-800-BAD-DRUG now.
My name is Nicole, and I like to impress. Impress Press-On Manicure, the revolutionary new way to apply polish. Just peel off, press on, and pow! You've got the look you want, whenever you want. No drying, a killer shine. Remove in seconds, so you can change it up to match your mood. Impressed? Impress Press-On Manicure. This changes everything.
Western Sky can put up to $5,000 in your checking account by tomorrow. Yes, the money's expensive, but it's a lot cheaper than a payday advance, and it's enough to really get you over the hump. So get off the payday treadmill and call 866-SKY-1224 now.
Planning a wedding will be super easy.
Totally. Tom and Violet are perfect for each other.
Of course, the men will wear yarmulkes.
You don't have a yarmulke.
It's in my Jewish drawer. If only they can survive the engagement.
What a cute little flower girl you'll be.
I'm Pocahontas.
The producer of Bridesmaids and the director of Forgetting Sarah Marshall. We're all right. It's you and me. We can handle anything.
Oh, it's a fire hydrant.
Rewrite the rules of engagement.
This engagement party is a time to explore Tom's past. Jenny Newman, Greta K, Anna Pena, Lizzie Gray, this Korean, that Korean, and Lizzie Gray again.
Okay, that's enough. The 5-year engagement. Rated R.
Meet John. John has had plenty of dates over the years, and he's had his share of relationships. As a result, John has learned a lot about himself, what he likes, and who he's looking for. That's why he chose eHarmony, because eHarmony helps you go deeper by introducing you to people who truly complement you, so you have a better chance of finding someone who's right for you. Just ask John and Jennifer. Review your matches free on eHarmony.com today.
All right, guys, welcome back to Big Morning Buzz Live. Guess what? I finally made it down to Times Square. The little Aussies out here, and it's so cold. But let's recap this entertainment stories this morning in case you missed it. This is your Buzz Back. And in at 5 this morning, exciting news for all you diehard Anchorman fans. Will Ferrell stepped on a Conan O'Brien the other night and announced that Anchorman 2 is officially confirmed and coming our way. Talks that some of the original stars are going to return, including Paul Rudd and Steve Carell. Super excited about that. In at 4 this morning, you know how there's all these boy bands getting sort of put back together nowadays? One Direction from the UK is doing great things. Well, People.com is reporting that the latest boy band, apparently to get back together, is 98 Degrees. Nick Lachey's going to be in the mix too, and it's reported that they're going to take on a 15-city tour this summer. In at 3 this morning, James Franco scored himself a new role, which I don't think is going to get any Oscar buzz. He's going to be playing MTV's Riff Raffs from G's to Gents, in the movie Spring Breakers, which stars Selena Gomez and Vanessa Hudgens. In at 2 this morning, on Idol last night, Hey June got kicked off, but America is buzzing about Nicki Minaj's lip-syncing on stage. And at the end of it, she tried to steal J-Lo's job as a judge. In at 1 this morning, the story with the most buzz is there's rumours floating around that Kristen Stewart and Rob Pattinson may take the leads of 50 Shades of Grey, the novel, when it gets turned into a movie really soon. I'm excited about that. I read the first chapter last night, and I love it. If they want to make it PG, that's a good move. That's the Buzz Back this morning. Kerry, over to you in the studio. Take it away.
Thanks, Jason. I'm so happy you finally got outside. It looks nice out there. All right, you guys, we're talking about some of the most important issues affecting young people. It's bullying. Now, helping to raise awareness is this new documentary that everybody's talking about called Bully. Let's take a look.
I'm starting to think I don't feel anything anymore.
Friends are supposed to make you feel good. That's the point of having them. Your only connection to these kids is that they like to pound on you.
If you say these people are my friends, then what friends do I have?
That clip kills me every time. Please welcome Bully director Lee Hirsch. Hi. Thank you for coming in. Have a seat. But everyone is talking about this movie, and everyone that's talking about it has a story about being bullied.
Whew, I sure do.
Tell me, I mean, is that why you made the movie?
It is. You know, it's funny because I think whether you were bullied, you were a bully, you were a bystander, you just watched it. It's funny, people have these intense, incredible stories, and I think they've never really felt like they could tell them before, and I think that's one of the things that this film is allowing to kind of rise up. I was bullied at really hardcore through elementary and middle school. Just getting home from school was almost impossible. I would always get beat up. There'd be like gangs of boys kind of like figuring out how to cut me off on my way.
I had that too.
And so what happened to you?
Oh, I mean, I would get cornered in the back of the bus and I would be called every single name in the book. I had kids coming from other schools to like shadow day so that they could follow me around, so that they could just yell things at me. And, you know, I never got physically, but it was always mental and always people yelling at me constantly. I had to leave school. I had to change schools.
Me too.
Awful.
Wow. Okay, so we have a growing army, actually.
We do. What are we going to do about
that's
it?
What this is really about, isn't it? Yeah.
It's true. Now, do you think, I mean, there's a lot of controversy about the rating of the film, whether it should be PG-13 or whether it should be R because of a few...
Cool for America, but a movie like Bully, which is actually like for and about, and like youth are seeing this movie and feeling connected to it and taking ownership of it, and then they're saying you can't see it. It's just a total blow, and it's and they're out of touch. They're not representing, I think, what really like correct guidance or fair guidance or guidance that comes from the heart. It's just weird, and so we're going out. We open today.
Said I know, go with your kid. See the movie with your kid, because otherwise, how are you going to start a conversation?
Yeah.
And just like Alex in the movie, who had a hard time talking to his parents, had he had an outlet or someone to prompt that conversation, you showed him the video. You showed his parents the video.
We did, yeah.
And that started the conversation.
Yeah, because a lot of times parents don't know. It's, you know, it's a lot of shame. I don't know if you felt that, but I remember being like very ashamed and like, and I think you ask for help a couple times and you don't get it, and then you clam up. You don't want to talk about it anymore because you don't want to let your parents down. You don't want to be that bother. And so I think that for parents, this is a great way to talk to, it's a great way to actually have this conversation without them being like, oh, like, you know, or shut down.
For sure.
Because after seeing the film, people just want to talk.
Yeah.
They want to talk about it. So.
Yes, so keep talking about it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so in these scenarios, I mean, I always found it difficult because I never knew what to tell my parents, and then they didn't know exactly what to do. So is there like a certain point where, when can they step in? When do you think it would be appropriate for them to step in? And is it ever appropriate to just like let your kid just kind of deal with it and duke it out?
You know, I'm so not like a doctor. I'm like just a documentary filmmaker. I think you have to stand with your kids. I think you have to stand with your kid, and your kid has to know that you have their back and that you stand with them. That's number one. All the time. They have to be there. And sometimes, you know, in that natural process, lots of kids sort it out for themselves naturally. They find a way. They can deflect it with humor, or they can just give it one punch and it ends. I think what we're talking about here are for the kids that can't make it stop.
Right.
Where it doesn't go away, where the insults are continuing day after day after day. And then you have to be there, you have to, you know, be able to like fight that school, document what's happening. If you're not getting the results that you have a right to, in terms of being able to make it safe, your kid has a right, you have a right to not be harassed when you go to school. It's like torture when it goes on a day after day after day. So you have to stand with your kid, document what's happening, put it in writing, because that really, people take notice of that. The escalation of events. If you have to go above the principal, you have a superintendent. If you have to go above them, there's a school board. Local media will come and write about you if it's going on and it's unchecked. So, you know, I think it's really important to stand with your kids. But more important, it's also, you know, for kids to stand with each other.
Sure.
And so hopefully those are all the things that can happen from this film, but we hope people go out and support it, because
well, you have a lot
it
of
won't
people
make it out to all these cities.
You have a ton of celebrities that are backing
this.
this.
Amazing.
And Meryl Streep, I heard, is one of your favorites right now.
She joined our club in a way, because when she introduced the film, she shared this incredible story about how she was bullied, and it was, you know,
Can you even imagine Meryl Streep getting bullied? Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, actually, I can, because some of the people that were bullied grew up to be really awesome, inspiring people, and but she described being so scared she was up in a tree, and her bullies were bashing her in her knees with sticks until she bled. I mean, that's not like just light stuff, you know. And what was also cool about that moment was that she learned about her daughter, that she never knew this, but her daughter was the kid in school that stood up to bullies, that defended the kids that were getting picked on. And so the whole thing was really emotional,
beautiful.
and Meryl started tearing up, and I was just like, wait a minute, that's Meryl Streep. Like, I was still in shock over the whole thing. It's been awesome. I mean, Justin Bieber, Ellen DeGeneres, I mean, so many celebrities have spoken up for this film. Victoria Justice, I mean, it just, every day is like, Yoko Ono tweeted us yesterday. Yoko Ono. I mean, it's been awesome.
Well, congratulations, and thank you for coming on to talk about it. We've been supporting the film, so
thank you so much.
Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right, thank you.
All right, you guys, the documentary is called Bully. It's in limited release right now in LA and New York, so please go see it. But it'll come out when? April 13th.
April 13th.
April 13th,
yep.
everywhere.
And our website is thebullyproject.com.
Bullyproject.com, and you can share your own bully story and read the stories of others. Now, coming up, we have celebrity chef Michael Silakis from the show No Kitchen Required. Oh, he's getting hungry now, yeah? Stay tuned.
Great suit, but $650? For that at Burlington, I got my husband the exact same designer suit for $80. This one for me, $40. This one, $80. And this bag filled with my savings.
Whoa.
Burlington, brag about it.
What's this?
Quaker oatmeal squares have 46 grams of whole grains and a touch of sweetness. You'll be delighted to discover
the motion picture event that redefines the word phenomenon is now the #1 movie in the world. Rolling Stone raves The Hunger Games is irresistible.
Do something they're gonna remember.
It's epic and intimate.
You have to win.
The Hunger Games delivers with suspense that won't quit.
You can do this.
Trust me.
We have a winner. The Hunger Games, rated PG-13, now playing.
Introducing new Dentyne Split to Fit Pack. It splits into 2 smaller, sleeker packs that fit almost anywhere, so you can take them everywhere. Dentyne Split to Fit. Practice safe breath.
Gerbils.
Anybody see my invisible pants?
Do what you do with Wheat Thins in new Spicy Buffalo.
Welcome back, everybody. Guess what? It's food time. So some people say if you can't take the heat, get the hell out of the kitchen. Well, my next guest took that phrase a bit too literally. He's on a competition show called No Kitchen Required. I think we need to take a look.
Season anything, it's just the salt and the pepper is all wet. All the proteins are getting wet. Every time I reach for something, it's wrong. I said the gods really aren't shining on us now.
They are not. This is
Trying to make it hard for us over here.
This is the toughest environment I've cooked in, mate, by far.
Here from No Kitchen Required is chef and restaurateur Michael Silakis. And I'm already eating, so we should get right down to this, shouldn't we? Now, the No Kitchen Required show, did they, I mean, you guys are out in the wild trying to cook for local exotic people.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy show. I mean, badass, I think, is a good word for it. We are just 3 chefs, got dropped in jungles, and they just kind of let us loose.
It's like Bear Grylls or something.
Yeah, it's a lot of, it's like taking 3 different reality shows and smashing them together. There's some cultural elements, there's some travel elements there. There's a lot of action if you like outdoor type of sports. We did a lot of hunting, a lot of fishing, a lot of climbing, a lot of
And there's
hiking.
nothing terrible about saying 3 men running around the jungle.
No, we had a good time, man. It was great.
Oh, well, before I hosted this show, I used to do a travel show in Australia. I, went to 70-odd countries. I ate turtle once, which was really green.
We did that too.
Oh, you ate turtle?
Yeah.
We had kangaroo. I think there was crocodile. I was supposed to eat a live beating snake's heart once, but it got canned in Vietnam. What was the craziest thing you had to eat?
I tell you, we were in New Zealand, and they had the chef there prepared a meal for us. It was really unbelievable with the Maori people, facial tattoos, in a jungle, really intense. And he brought out a plate of things, and they were moving. They were grubs, these huge larvae of these beetles, and they were moving around. And he says, you know, enjoy. And you put on that spot.
No.
Thanks.
And you ate it.
Yeah.
And they're
I mean,
mushy and
weird,
kind of
man.
crunchy at the same time.
It was like gooey inside, but it really tasted kind of.
Did it bite you in your mouth?
Butternutty.
Butternut?
Yeah, it was
Gross.
Is there anything you wouldn't
I wanted it to be a little bit more crunchy. It was
Yeah.
one of those things where it just kind of oozed out onto your tongue.
Anything
But,
you'd say no with?
Gross.
Anything you wouldn't eat?
No way, man.
eat
Come on, dude. Absolutely. That's what I do. That's what I do. This is what we did. We got all this food here so that we can munch on a little bit, too.
Okay, you also have 2 restaurants here in New York.
I do.
So, like, who's the harder critic? The people here in New York or the local exotics you have to cook for?
The thing about New York, it's like we live for change, you know? We love it. Like, we're the ultimately evolved city. You know, where you go to these countries, they don't change at all. You know, they sort of live in a vacuum. That's the cool thing about them, you know what I mean? Like, they just stick to that tradition, and they don't want to see change.
Yeah.
So I think they were a lot harder, because I'm not that guy that just takes what they cooked and did it again for them.
Yeah, right.
I wanted to tell a story. I wanted to play a little bit. I wanted to show them. I mean, imagine if somebody came to you and said, I've never eaten anything outside of the 5 dishes that I grew up with for my whole life.
You want to make them everything else?
Everything
else. Did you do it after? Maybe after the show?
All right, well, show me some
awesome.
of the stuff that we can make here.
Well, I
What's
want you
this
to help
first
me
thing?
out.
Yes, I would like to.
The whole theme here today was I thought we're going towards springtime. Let's do an outdoor barbecue, sort of backyard type of thing. So this is what we have here. We have some hot dogs, we have a nice salad, and then we have some parfait in the end.
And some beer.
And some beer, and some root beer.
So what is this salad that we're making?
So this is a bulgur salad, kind of like timboli. If you're going to help me out, just pick everything up.
bulgur?
So it's a cracked wheat, pomegranates, some cucumber. It's a cracked wheat.
Radish.
A little bit of radish. This is really
Tomatoes.
vegan, vegetarian, super healthy. You would think, oh my God, it's not going to...
Pistachios.
Pistachios, smoked almonds, some herbs.
It's like a date.
That's a date.
Oh, that is a date.
That's a date. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Are those just bell peppers?
This is the bulgur wheat.
I don't know what that is.
That's why that
Don't
tastes
take
like
it
a
out, man. All right.
Don't
What is
send
that?
me in the wild. I'll die.
Fennel, olives.
Olives. And what's this last
That's
thing?
some grilled
Caramelized
onions.
Okay,
Yeah.
grilled onions.
All right, we're
There
going
we
to throw some of that vinaigrette on there.
I'm cooking, man.
You are.
Cooking with the masters.
You are. All right, that's good.
I thought I was so clever.
All right, so that was good, man.
That tastes like a date.
All right, so what this is, it's like that salad that if you make it once, all your friends are going to be like, hey, can you make that salad and bring it over for that dinner party? You know, it's such a healthy, fresh, great salad. Really, really simple. And then obviously the plating part makes everything look pretty. I chose cast iron. You know, obviously this is
you're a dude.
I'm a dude. What are you going to do? We're talking about no kitchen required.
And if nobody likes it, you can hit you over the head with it.
This was like
Perfect.
the pots we were using out there. All right, so
It's like couscous.
it's kind of like it, yeah.
Quinoa.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Tabbouleh, right? So then the
What's the
next
hot
one
dog?
up is a hot dog. But here I brought a little bit of the show to this show. We took some snake, some python, and we mixed it up with some pork, and we made a boudin.
You
Dude,
made
why
a
would you?
python
Why would you
sausage.
eat python?
Well, we hunted snakes. I actually hunted snakes. It was one
With
of
a
the things.
spear or something?
With our hands, man. Yeah, I said badass.
You are
You're like
badass.
That's what I said.
So is this one of the ones you killed?
No, it was one of the ones I killed, but we got this in probably about 2 days ago. I had it marinating. We made the hot dogs. If you help me out, take that, put it on there, make it look all nice. He's going to be my guinea pig on this one.
So there's python and pork in it.
Python, pork,
How
a little
much
bit
python?
of mustard. I would say
About that much?
40%.
I'm so...
Just eat it, man. Just go. There you go. I'm standing over here.
No. You
Well,
keep it in your
well,
mouth.
no,
You
it's
be a
good.
man.
I mean, of course.
What does it
It's-
taste like, Jason?
Well, I've got a psychological problem going on because
It
I can
is.
see a little snake in my head.
His eyes are watering
It's
right
really
now.
all about the psychology of this
I
stuff.
mean, it
but
doesn't taste
when-
like anything different from a... I
No.
mean, it tastes like a great hot dog. I can't taste snake, you know?
Right.
But...
All right.
It has a lot of interesting flavor. I think one of the things that the show really teaches you is we here in the States have a lot to overcome. You know, meat doesn't come wrapped in a piece of plastic with a little styrofoam board in a butcher's house. It
Yeah,
comes,
you can get protein from those little slimy bugs.
It comes in many forms.
tastes
We
pretty
need
good. The
dessert,
aftertaste.
though, to wash that out of his mouth. I
So
think.
we're finishing off. I couldn't resist. I'm Greek, and I really had to represent. So we have some yogurt here. We made it into parfait. Some cherries preserved, just like Mom used to make. Some smoked pistachio, and this is shredded wheat phyllo, kataifi.
Ooh, give me in there.
The thing about yogurt, most people don't really know what yogurt tastes like. This is real true Greek yogurt, which is strained. It's really, really thick. It's almost like ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
No sugar added.
That's really good.
Really,
It's
really
the
good.
best. Super
Yeah.
good here.
Yeah. I mean, it's so funny that every time someone comes to the restaurant, they eat a spoon of the yogurt, and they're like, "Oh my God, this is if I knew it tasted
beautiful.
this good, I would eat it more often."
Oh, thank you so much for coming on. All right,
Oh, thank you
No
for having
Kitchen
me.
Required premieres Tuesday
Everybody
at 10
watch.
p.m. on
That's
BBC
good.
America. Cheers.
The python was good.
Congestion. You can take medicine to treat what's in there, but why not just get it out? I'm Dr. Travis Stork for Arm & Hammer Simply Saline. This all-natural drug-free nasal mist flushes congestion out. The secret to feeling better is simple. Simply Saline.
Think you're stuck paying high auto insurance rates because of your driving record? Then now is the time to change the game. Just go to thegeneral.com or call us for a super fast quote. All it takes is a couple of minutes. Our rates are very affordable, and right now our monthly payments are as low as $39. You'll also get instant proof of insurance.
Show off. For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
We did an experiment for Febreze Fabric Refresher.
What do you smell? Light floral, lilac, wispy white curtain.
Okay, take your blindfolds off.
Hello?
Febreze Fabric Refresher. Breathe happy, guaranteed.
Did you know that used iPhones and Androids are in high demand? And usell.com has top-rated buyers fighting to buy them right now. You can get $164 for an HTC Thunderbolt, up to $200 for a BlackBerry Bold, over $300 for a Samsung Galaxy S2, and nearly $400 for a used iPhone. That's more than you just paid for your new smartphone. Used phones lose value every day, and if your phone is sitting in a drawer somewhere, it's worth exactly zero. So don't wait. Go to usell.com and turn your old smartphone into cash. It's faster than placing an ad, easier than babysitting an auction, and way safer than meeting a stranger face-to-face. At usell.com, you can instantly find out what your phone is worth and get paid for it. Just tell us a little bit about your phone. And remember, phones in all conditions can be worth something, even broken phones. So don't let your old phone collect dust when you could be collecting cash. Go to usell.com today and find out how much your old phone is really worth. Quick search, more choice, more cash. usell.com.
Critics everywhere are feeling the wrath. Wrath of the Titans, rated PG-13.
It was like a what if. Like, we got money back, but I've always felt there should have been more.
At H&R Block, we guarantee you won't leave money on the table. Don't risk your refund. Call 1-800-HR-BLOCK or visit hrblock.com and never settle for less.
My name is Nicole, and I like to impress. Impress Press-On Manicure, the revolutionary new way to apply polish. Just peel off, press on, and pow. No drying, a killer shine. Impress Press-On Manicure.
I want to give a big morning buzz thank you to Judith Light, Jack Rico, Lee Hirsch, Michael Silakis, and Nikki Glazer for stopping by.
Next week on the show, guys, it's massive. Chock-block full of stars. Shannon Doherty's going to be here. Tara Reid, Chris Klein, and Rachel Dratch will be stopping by. Plus, Carmen is going to perform live.
Woo!
How cool is that? Carmen is going to be here.
And I feel like it is my duty to inform you that tomorrow is International Cleavage Day. So make sure you celebrate correctly.
Not looking.
Come back on Monday at 10 a.m. We'll see what all the buzz is about.